All right, we got Empire versus Malevolence, 4 different battles. We're going to first go over the fleet, then we're going to go through each battle, and in this way, by the time you get through this video, you can know what teams to use it against, what not to use it against, so on and so forth. All right, this is what I use all the time. We got Vader, relic him up as best you can. I slowed this part of the video down. I clicked through these so fast I couldn't keep up. The faster, the more relic and 6-dotted mod Vader is, the faster his ship is, the harder it hits, and the more damage it can take. Same thing with the gauntlet. You need the gauntlet in this battle. So relic up your characters best they can. Don't relic them too high because then it goes too fast. This one, you can have them gear 12 and with 6-dot mods. Same with this. I have these guys relic because I use them for my Imperial Troopers. The previous one, I had to relic them for, and including this one, had to relic 7 him for Galactic Legends. Otherwise, they weren't. As you can see how I have them. He's a gear 11, the other one's gear 12. So you do not have to go crazy on the back lineup, but the higher they go, the harder they're going to hit, the more they can live. But your starting 3 needs to be strong. Same thing with, and you can see there, Tarkin, Relic 4. You can go higher with him. You want him at least gear 12, but the higher, because here's the problem. When you're going up against Malevolence in GAC, well, they're all going to be relicked. So it is good to have this as strong as you can, especially the opening ships. Now, you're going to start off, you can just do basic, it doesn't matter. You want to make sure that you spread the target lock around. Now this is the 3-tank version. I'm sure you've all seen this one. Again, try to spread their target lock as best you can. Save that for when the bomber does its AoE and gives everybody those little droids on them. You're going to bring in Emperor Shuttle and clear that. He's going to bring in something else. All right, that's fine. Now he's going to do that. Now you're going to clear that off of everybody with this. So you save that until it gets out. Now if this ship didn't have foresight, I would have gone and done the special and got the target lock. Again, you're trying to spread it. The more target locks you have, the harder your team hits and the more damage it mitigates. So you get really beefy and you start hitting like a truck, as you will see. Try to leave the little droid ships alone because it will just speed up the capital ship. All right, we're going to wipe that, and now we can get on the Falcon. Look how hard we're hitting. Almost one-shot it. Now I'm not hitting as hard because I only have one with target lock. But again, I'm trying to get him down before hitting it would help. I'll bring in, why not, one more. If I was doing this in GAC, I would not bring in another ship. I'd just finish it off. All right. That's done. Easy. Target lock and cure the droids off your ships, the droids DOTs. That's the whole thing. As long as you do those 2 things, you should pretty much win every time. Here's another standard one. This time, instead of having the 3 tank ships, we've got the Vulture droid. Again, now when you have the Vulture droid, target him with Vader and get a target lock on it, because the other ones are going to start taunting. You don't want to kill it, you just want target lock. Sometimes I do the AoE in the beginning, sometimes I don't. You see, it doesn't really do much. It probably would have been better for me to spread the target lock. Look at that, almost took him out. Now, fleets that you want to be wary of, here you go, cure that, is ones that start with 2 or 3 Geonosians, because they assist each other. And I have found that those get difficult. They kind of tear through your ships kind of fast. If it doesn't have that, I don't really care what the lineup is. This pretty much does the same trick every time. You know, as long as you're mindful and cure the things you're supposed to cure, like I said, spread the target lock, you should be just fine. Now he's out, and then one more shot here. Look at that. And easy. And these I just do in a row. Just boom, boom, boom. This is not, I'm filtering through trying to find ones I won. I rarely lose with this team. It's a very consistent team once you get it down. What I suggest people doing is practicing it in your fleet arena. Too many times people will wait. Again, this is a different lineup instead of Hound's Tooth. And you'll see that the ships act a little differently. But anyways, practice it in your fleet arena. I went with my Rebels. I went a whole month where all I used was the Rebels until I got that down really well against the Negotiator. In fact, I'm more consistent with Rebels with Negotiator than Negotiator mirror matches. And I've got 3 Relic 8 characters on my Negotiator team. The Rebels are just so strong against Negotiator. I find that this is very reliable. You know, you can use this as much as you want against Grievous. This also works well against First Order. It also works very well, and it's the same lineup against the Resistance team. Now, I haven't really come up against Bounty Hunters, so I can't really say much on that. What I find that this is weak against is Negotiator, and believe it or not, Rebels. Does not do real well against Rebels, and you think it would. It's just not fast enough. The Rebels get out first, usually, and they're assisting, and it turns this into a real struggle. The Rebels are good against the Negotiator, Empire, the First Order, and also the Resistance. So it's 2 strong teams that you can have on offense. I find that people, if you have both Negotiator and Malevolence on defense, they're not going to score high banners on them. I score high banners with these, even going up against Negotiator and Malevolence. So this, you know, these teams, Rebels and Empire, normally you can get 63 to 65 banners. My Rebels are stronger than most other people's Rebels, so if I do a Rebel mirror match, a lot of times I just go in with 4 ships and I get 69 banners with that. So it's, you know, having the fleets and with the Rebels, it's the starting lineup, not the backups. You don't have to worry about those. Those can all be Gear 11 and Gear 12. Same thing with this, the starting lineup. You see, I hardly bring in anybody. 1 or 2 ships come in. And that's all they do. I have the extra ones in there just in case things go wrong. You know, which is rare, but it can happen. All right, this one here. Again, as like the first one, 3 tanks. You really should put a target lock on the Geonosian ship. That one takes the most time to taunt. So put it on him first. Again, don't use the cure until you need to. You can do basic, doesn't matter. Target lock. Now, I would have 3 of them by now target locked if I would have put it on the other ship. But I get it there, I think, anyway. Again, we cure it. Now, you won't see this lineup in GAC. They're not going to usually put the Falcon with it. Something else will come in. Basic. All right. So now you don't want to target the Vulture droid because you one-shot it when you have 3 of those target locks out. You see how hard I'm hitting the tanks now. Right now we're just trying to get through it. All right. Well, this is pretty much done now. If you guys have questions on any of this, don't hesitate to ask. If you need another video or so showing a different lineup or something, let me know. But yeah, hopefully this helps you with your GACs, especially if you're running 2 fleets on offense and defense. All right. Thanks for watching.